destroyed the public records. Tonight, he reveals the secret that Abyss has been hiding for years.
My first opponent against all odds is Kurt Angle. To beat a guy like you, I need to get inside your head. So I've taken the liberty of hiring a consultant.
Who is it?
Maybe I'll drop you a hint or two.
I want to know what's going on.
Don't let that little weasel get inside your head. And Tomko with the double team on Angle. And here comes Samoa Joe with the chair.
I said I was going to give you a clue. Do you have a clue now?
Samoa Joe might be what Christian Cage was talking about. Could that be the hint? What is Abyss hiding? He's nothing. I use him. When I look in Abyss's eyes, I see a human, not a piece of garbage like you.
What happened in that prison? Why were you in the prison?
I'm trying to help you.
You get it? It's public record. I'll go find out for myself.
Christian Cage's consultant be for his NWA World Title match and against all odds against Kurt Angle? Tonight, he promises another hint. Plus, we finally get the story behind the monster Abyss. We'll find out what he and James Mitchell have been hiding for years.
Tonight, Christian Cage will be in action for the first time since he won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And Sting will reveal the secret of the monster Abyss.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way into the Impact Zone, a Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe!
It was last week on Impact when Samoa Joe surprised us all with his actions. He hit the ring with a steel chair. He saved his rival, Kurt Angle, from a beating at the hands of Christian Cage and Tomko. In Angle's mind, Samoa Joe could be Christian's consultant for the world's title match and against all odds. But another question arises. Why would Samoa Joe do anything? I mean anything to help Kurt Angle.
Mike, that's a great question, and there are so many other questions that need to be answered. Let's hope that Samoa Joe can start that right now.
Now, Kurt, it seems that last week you have a lot of questions for me. It seems that a lot of fans here in the Impact Zone and around the world have one burning question for me. And that question is, why would Samoa Joe help Kurt Angle?
What's the story? There has to be a reason why Samoa Joe would help Kurt Angle.
Well, it was obvious last week that Kurt Angle felt that Samoa Joe might be the special consultant for the champion, Christian Cage.
Well, let me make this perfectly clear. You see, Kurt, I wouldn't help you if your car was stuck on the tracks and the train was 3 seconds from hitting you. Kurt, I wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire.
Harsh. It's obvious it's not over between these two.
But you see, even at Final Resolution, Kurt, you didn't beat me and you know it. I just ran out of time.
Well, Samoa Joe had Kurt Angle on the ropes, but the clock ran out in the Iron Man match.
But you see, now I have all the time in the world. So I'll tell you what, because of that, I have now made it my mission. I have now made it my cause to give Kurt a fair heavyweight title shot. That's why I am now the very unofficial guest ring enforcer at Against All Odds.
Whoa! I wonder what the world champion and Kurt Angle think about that.
And Kurt, just know this. We all know that one-on-one and without Christian's monkey Tomko running around, you'll kill him any day of the week. And I want that to happen. Because you see, the next time we fight, it won't just be for pride. It will be for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, now we know a little bit more about the motives of the Samoan submission machine. He wants to work it out, Mike, so that Kurt Angle wins that championship match, and then he can beat Kurt Angle for the World Championship down the line.
I think we're about to find out exactly what the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle thinks about Samoa Joe naming himself the unofficial guest ring enforcer Sunday, February the 11th, and Against All Odds. Christian Cage for the NWA World's title.
Special ring enforcer. You know, Joe, when I beat you at Final Resolution, I figured you and I were over. I assumed that. But I guess that's what I get for assuming. No, I don't have a problem with you still wanting to fight me. I just have a problem with the way you're going about it. You see, ironically, Christian Cage came out here last week and told me that he had a consultant who hates me that's going to train him to beat me at against all odds. But then he went further, and he said that I knew this person very well, and that I pissed this person off. And then he went even further, and he told me that by the end of the evening, he would give me a hint, a clue to who this person was. Well, at the end of the evening, when I stood up in the ring and turned around, all I saw was you standing here and a chair right next to you. So, I don't need to get hit by a chair to get it, Joe. If you want to train Christian Cage to beat me at against all odds, I don't have a problem with that. But if you get within a foot of that match, not only am I going to snap off your ankle, I'm going to shove it straight up your ass.
Right there, Kurt. If there's one thing that I've never been or never needed to be, it's a liar. So rest assured, at Against All Odds, I'll be your best friend. And rest assured, the next time we fight, I'll be taking the NWA World Heavyweight title from you.
Well, the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion is loving life. Not only does Christian Cage once again have possession of the world's title, but he's back in a position of power. A position that enables Christian Cage to stir the you-know-what, and nobody is better at it than he is. He's gotten inside Kurt Angle's head, and that's advantage Christian heading into Against All Odds.
So, Kurt, you think you got it figured out, huh? You think you figured out the puzzle? Well, let me set your mind at ease, my friend. Samoa Joe is not my consultant. The truth of the matter is, Samoa Joe isn't good enough to consult me on anything.
Oh, Christian Cage, have you been paying attention for the past 2 years? That's ridiculous.
But then again, I do have the reputation for being a liar. And I mean, I'm so damn good at lying that sometimes I don't even know when I'm telling the truth. But the truth about tonight is this. Before this show is over, Kurt, I am gonna give you a second hint. And this person is someone that's been close to you. Maybe closer than you think.
Oh, the mind games continue right here now. You see Joe and Kurt Angle going at it.
I mean, think about it. Who really is better than Christian Cage at playing those kind of mind games? He's definitely inside Angle's head.
Well, it's obvious Kurt Angle is still convinced that Samoa Joe is a special consultant. Mike, I swear to you, Tomko's coming down here to the announce table. Why?
And hello once again, everyone, from ringside. It's Mike Tenay, joined by Don West. Tonight in this Impact broadcast, the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Christian Cage, to square off against the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. But Don, there's so much more.
That's not all, Mike, because we know that the War Machine is going to be in action tonight. Rhino will be in action, and Sting has vowed to reveal Abyss's deep, deep, dark secret, and I can hardly wait for that.
Oh, you're not kidding. Tonight, it's finally going to go down. It's finally going to be revealed, and yes, sir, Mr. Tomko, sir. Can I help you?
You guys might want to help yourself. See, Christian Cage sent me down here because there's going to be some wholesale changes, baby. And it might start with the announcing.
Threat? Let's send it to the back. Jeremy Borash standing by with Abyss and James Mitchell. Wholesale changes.
After the severe beating at the hands of Sting last week, of all people, James Mitchell, I'm surprised to see you here.
And
surprised you should be. After all, Sting, you've committed the crimes of aggravated assault and battery and kidnapping against me, and you did it on videotape. You must really want to go to prison. You'd really like to be one of those prison punks that gets traded out for cigarettes, wouldn't you? You don't need to try so hard. We'll make it easy for you. Why don't you meet us, Sting, in the prison yard at Against All Odds? Now, as far as this little issue of you wanting to reveal Abyss's secret tonight, I'm going to extend a courtesy to you that you really don't deserve. I'm going to give you some very good advice. Sting, it's one thing to piss me off. It's another thing altogether to lance the pus-infected boil that is Abyss's past. Sting, there are some things that are better left dead and buried in the ground. You see, you think, Sting, that by revealing Abyss's secret, you're handing him a key to the kingdom of heaven. Well, don't be surprised, Sting, when your very own words tonight ignite heaven on fire. Forewarned is forewarned.
Earlier today, our Impact cameras were in the office of TNA Management's Jim Cornette when he laid down the law to Raven and Serotonin.
I don't understand it. I gotta be honest with you. I ain't lying. I don't understand you guys. I don't understand your lifestyle. I don't understand your mindset. I sure as hell don't understand your motivational policy. But what I do understand is that we employ you, especially you, Raven, as wrestlers, not as the heads of some S&M parlor, and not to dress up like the cast of Scary Movie 7. You get a check every week from TNA, and it's time you started earning your money. So what you're going to do tonight, I don't care whether you beat these guys or cane them or blow them up with dynamite. You can do that afterwards, but first, you're going to get that stuff off, you're going to get some tights on, you're going to get in the ring, and it's going to be you against Rhino one-on-one on Impact. Hey, good move. You better think of a few more of them tonight for Rhino. Say hello to Uncle Fester for me.
Ladies and gentlemen,
After months of dealing with the phenomenal AJ Styles, the War Machine Rhino must refocus tonight on the task in hand. His path crosses with an old enemy in Raven.
Well, you mentioned it. He's got to focus because we saw last week he was only focused on the phenomenal AJ Styles when Kurt Angle was getting beat down. He better concentrate on Raven tonight.
To the ring by Serotonin from the Bowery, Raven.
TNA Management's Jim Cornette, very emphatic. Raven, you're getting a TNA paycheck. It's time that we see you in a match as we see the members of Serotonin, first Divine, then Kazarian, then Maverick Matt, all hit the ring. Check that gore out for Divine.
Well, it's obvious Raven's plan. He feeds his guys right to Rhino. I mean, he's just hitting gores here and shoulder blocks there. As you see Raven now get in the ring and smacks him right there with a kendo stick. And wait a minute.
That's not Raven.
That's not Raven. That's AJ Styles. I can't believe this. And they just disqualified it.
You're right. Referee throws this match out. Disqualification. No contest. Look out. Oh my God. He just broke the kendo stick right across the back of Rhino.
Oh, this war is far from over as AJ Styles again gets the last laugh, and now he grabs the chair coming into the ring as Rhino still feeling the blow of that kendo stick just right across the head. And now look at this with a chair, Mike.
Look out.
Oh, man.
Oh, chair shot right into the face.
Oh, he just flattened him as Rhino doesn't stand a chance right now.
Oh, check this out. Look at the replay, Doc.
Oh, there's the shot right there. And then when he revealed himself to be AJ Styles, that shot on the back of the head. And then the chair shot. Wicked right after another.
And we are back live. And check this out. Yes, Rhino, he's been opened up. And look at Styles with those shots right into the open wound.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's not busted open the back of the head, too. I mean, AJ Styles, this new AJ Styles, this despicable AJ Styles, just going right after Rhino and giving him a point.
In past weeks, we've seen AJ Styles run from Rhino. He's not running from the War Machine tonight. Let's send it to Christian Cage. What? In the TV truck?
No. You don't tell me. You don't tell me. I tell you. You know what you're doing, right? You know what you're doing?
Yeah, you're ugly. It's a good thing you're on this side of the camera. Speaking of cameras, how many cameras we got on this show?
We got 9.
Speak up when you're talking to the champ. How many we got?
We got 9, sir. 9.
9. All right. I'll probably need 3.5 more, and I need them all on me because, you see, it's not that I have a bad or good side. It's just that my right eye sparkles a little bit more, right? Okay, we're all on the same page, right? We're ready to go? We're all on the same page? Because if we're not, if I have to come back, I'm going to make it rain in here. Some heads are going to roll. Push some buttons, geek. Let's go.
Ready, sir. Roll red. Take.
Still to come, Sting reveals Abyss's secret.
Well, the truth wasn't kidding. Ron Killings is headed to Hollywood.
Mike, you think that's good? Wait till you see what we've got coming up here from Paparazzi Productions. I got a chance to see this earlier. Now, I'm not saying this is Oscar-worthy, but I'm telling you, it's hilarious.
Why do we have to bring Alex in this camera?
You gotta have your first on tape for everything. Now, I really don't like doing it either.
What if someone sees us?
Eric, it's 4 in the morning. No one's going to see us.
Oh my God, there they are. Oh my God.
They're right there.
What if these are too big? I need a smaller size.
They come in 3 packs. That's enough.
No, I'm the smaller size. That's the number. Smaller size.
How you doing, buddy? Hey, where's your beer? Beer. What's going on? Oh, looky, Miss Tennessee. Look, everybody, Eric Young, Byron Roberts. Let's go. 2 guys buying rubbers, 4 o'clock in the morning. Good night.
Extra small.
Extra small. Hey, Eric.
Don't get them, Tommy. You either get chlamydia like me, or you don't. You gonna wear it or not, huh?
Price check on condom, please.
Price check.
Price check. I got the condoms, all right? You 2 boys go and have a good time, all right? All right, man. Oh, my God.
Thank you.
It's all right. Eric Young, buying rubbers. I've seen it all now.
This has been the most embarrassing night of my life. Alex, I want a copy of that tape.
Bye, James.
Bye.
See, I told you. Look, see? I told you, I'm going to steal the deal. I'm going to steal the deal.
Seal the deal? You have till next week to get that contract signed.
What are you looking at, you harlot? I know you want me.
From Hill, Michigan, he is the X Division champion, Chris Sabin!
Earlier this month, at Final Resolution, Chris Sabin regained the X Division championship. Tonight on Impact, it's a 4-way, non-title matchup. It's Chris Sabin, it's the Warrior Senji, it's Austin Starr, and it's the X Division pioneer Jerry Lynn. First pin or first submission wins it.
Well, Mike, there's a lot of things that we need to keep our eyes on right here. One of them is going to be that man right there, Senji, and that guy, Jerry Lynn. We saw at Final Resolution, we saw the breakdown of last week between Senji and Austin Starr, and of course that history as Jerry Lynn goes for a quick pin. That history between Jerry Lynn and Chris Sabin.
Oh, look at the elevation from Senji, and then the great leg extension with the drop kick that's right on target, right in the face of Jerry Lynn. The quick cover and barely a 1 count.
Boy, the 2 former X Division champions right there going at it, and Senji showing everybody why he's so feared, because he can use those feet anywhere, any place, anytime.
You're right. 3 of the 4 competitors in this 4-way match have held the X Division title. Only Austin Starr yet to capture the gold.
Well, Austin Starr has been a different man ever since Alex Shelley beat him in Final Resolution. Thought Senji, as we saw Penitent right there, thought Senji was going to go out with him. And man, did that start a little rivalry between those 2.
Want to remind you, yet to come in this special Wednesday night edition of Impact, we will find out what Sting was able to get from City Hall, from the courthouse. He's going to reveal the secret behind the Monster Abyss, plus Christian Cage, the new NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, one-on-one against the fallen angel Christopher Daniels.
Well, I for one, am dying to know what this deep dark secret is. I mean, it's something that obviously Abyss would do anything to protect, and now Sting ready to share it with the world.
Quick pin attempt by Sabin, but Senji able to roll the shoulder before even a count, and then look at Sabin puts the boots right to the chest of the Warrior.
Boy, Senji needs to get out of that ring right now. It's just been one after another, and now we see Austin Starr, and you can just see a little extra oomph right there as Austin Starr pounding on the back of Senji.
You're right, series of left hand, left arm, clubbing blows to the back, and then look at that! He just took Senshi and ran him right into the corner turnbuckle and then scrapes his fingernails right across his back.
You can see the pain on the face of Senshi right there. He just cannot get any momentum whatsoever as it's just been one after the other. And Austin Starr goes over there and takes a cheap shot at Jerry Lynn and then a kick to the back of Senshi's head.
Drilled him right in the back of the head with the drop kick. Followed cover and a near fall, a 2 count for Austin Starr on Senshi.
Senshi just able to keep the shoulder up in time. And now look at this as Austin Starr grabbing him by the neck and throttling him there. And referee Andrew Thomas lets him know that it's not going to go.
Blatant chokehold right in front of the referee. And Starr now putting the bad mouth to Senshi. And he got a kick. He got drilled. Remember the problems that those two had last week on Impact as Kevin Nash was taking the individuals from the Paparazzi Championship Series and telling them he's going to give them all an extreme makeover as Saban now puts the boots and stomps Senshi.
Oh, the X Division champion right now just having his way. But I'll tell you what, how about that kick right there by Senshi earlier to the face of Austin Starr, showing you. And again, able to use those feet in ways that most people would never even imagine.
Well, here's the matchup that we wanted to see. 43-year-old Jerry Lynn against 24-year-old Chris Sabin, and a great series of drop kicks by Lynn.
Boy, not showing his age whatsoever, showing how in shape that he is. And look at this as he's just taking out his anxiety right there on Chris Sabin, somebody that he feels robbed him of the X Division title at Final Resolution. And now look at Jerry Lynn just having his way.
Caught him with the TKO. Here's the pin. Two. Now broken up by Austin Starr.
And he just planted that kick, and Senshi couldn't take it anymore, and he goes right after Austin Starr.
Of course, not just the problems at Final Resolution, but also that lack of respect that Chris Sabin has had for Jerry Lynn as we see Austin Starr and Senshi battle here right in front of the broadcast table.
Oh, man, another cheap shot right there by Austin Starr. And spin kick by Chris Sabin, and now he's got the upper hand on Jerry Lynn.
Quick roll through here.
Got it.
Lynn, 2, and he did get it. Jerry Lynn to beat the X Division champion.
It shows you what experience means out there as he caught Chris Sabin leading a little too far, and he just rolled him right up and got the pin.
Before Sting reveals the secret of the Monster Abyss, let's send it to Letitia, standing by with BKM, the Voodoo Kin Mafia.
You know, BG, you asked for this interview time, and you obviously got something on your mind. I mean, what do you want to say?
I want to extend our apologies to Christy Hemme. I think the Christy Hemme situation got way out of control, and I think anybody who was offended, we apologize. As far as Christy Hemme goes, some of the things she said were right about...
Okay, get out. Well, here, let me set the record straight because I'm not politically correct. TNA, wrestling, man's world. Women have no right, no business being in that ring. Men rule in this business. They have from the get-go. They will until wrestling no longer exists.
Come on, that's too much. That's too much.
No, that is it. That's exactly how it goes. Where are you going?
I'm done.
Up next, Sting reveals Abyss's deep, dark secret.
One down, 2 to go. Conan, you're gonna be gone for a long, long time.
3D, as you can see, I now have to use a walker to get around, but hopefully soon I will be able to walk normally without it. You know, it states in the LAX manifesto that an attack on the leaders, an attack on the whole LAX nation. We're gonna make an example out of them. You see, AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels, we broke them up. AMW, we broke them up. 3D, we're gonna break you down. So when and where you least expect it, expect us. You heard me say time and time again, you can stop a revolutionary, but you can't stop a revolution. That will ring no truer than from here on out. And I'm gonna leave it cryptic like that, so you really have no idea what's about to happen. What I can tell you is this: forget about the titles and worry about your health and what's important to you.
You're not just fighting me. You're not just fighting him. You're fighting all of us.
If a man cannot be accorded respect, he cannot respect himself. And if he cannot respect himself, he cannot demand respect from here on out, TNA. You will start respecting LAX. And 3D, remember one thing: to live and die in LAX. Órale, arriba la raza.
And you look at Conan right there, and it's obvious that Team 3D put the revolutionary on the shelf. But according to Conan, you can't stop the revolution as the Godfather is still pulling the strings.
Making his way into the Impact Zone, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sting!
Well, the moment of truth is finally arrived after Sting exhausted all possible options. Everything from trying to reason, trying to communicate with Abyss, to using intimidation tactics on James Mitchell. And you'll remember that Mitchell admitted that Abyss spent 6 years in prison. He admitted that his real name was Chris Hart. Sting decided to search public records in an effort to find out what Abyss has been hiding for years, and now he promises to reveal the secret.
Abyss! We all have our demons, and I am no different. But if you want to have life, you gotta die first, Abyss. I gotta admit, when I found out what you did, it was hard for me to fathom. You've been holding on to something for 10 years. You've been hiding something for 10 years. Or perhaps protecting something for the last 10 years. I went down and I got public record and I found out what you did. And I'm gonna reveal what you did, but I know in doing so, I am gonna cause you to go off. You will go off, and then I'm gonna have the wrath of Abyss to pay for, and I know it. But I'm willing to sacrifice my body one more time to get through one more layer of this mess. Because what I'm gonna reveal is for your own good. The facts are, Chris, you put 3 bullets in the back of a man and put him in a coma, and the facts are, he survived the coma.
What? 3 bullets in the back of a man?
And the facts are, Abyss, or Chris, that man was your father.
What? This is just crazy. This is crazy.
So the question is, why? Why, Abyss? What caused you to put 3 bullets in your own father's back?
Boy, that's an answer that I would love to hear. You know, the pieces of the puzzle are starting to fall into place.
This is bizarre. You got some explaining to do, Abyss.
Oh, wait a minute, Mike. Here comes the monster Abyss. You see him running right by the table. He dives in and, oh, look at Sting. Wait, he drops the bat.
He just tossed the bat to the side. It's almost like Sting knew that it was inevitable that he would set this monster off, and Abyss is ballistic.
I mean, Sting is sacrificing himself so that Abyss can purge whatever this is, but obviously Abyss has held this secret for so long. He never wanted it revealed, and now he's just out of control.
And we're seeing the monster Abyss just take out those frustrations on that he's had for years, keeping this secret. Sting knew that he would have the wrath of Abyss to pay for, and that's exactly what we're witnessing here.
Sting's not fighting back at all. He's not doing anything to defend himself. He's just taking this beating, and what a beating it is, as he just throws him into the wall.
Remember what Mitchell said. Mitchell said, Abyss, you were nothing before I met you. You're nothing afterwards. You're just an animal that I used. You called him a meal ticket.
Oh, he can slam Sting in again and again. Sting just takes it, and he takes it. You realize that he's doing this for Abyss, but what a beating he's taken as the monster Abyss feels like he's just been betrayed, and the secret's out, and he is just going crazy.
I mean, Sting thinks of the monster Abyss as a man. He thinks of him as a human being, and in essence, what he's doing here is he's sacrificing his own body. Look out!
Oh, right through the table. Abyss didn't want this secret known. He started another life.
It's no longer a secret. We now know that Abyss put 3 bullets in the back of a man. He put 3 bullets in the back of a man who was his own father.
As this thing just keeps materializing, as the more information we get, the more questions we have, as now the monster Abyss just slams him through the door and outside the building.
Sting and Abyss, they're headed outside the impact zone. We've got to get a camera out there.
Hurry, man, hurry. Get some cameras out there now.
Don, we've been waiting for this moment for months. Sting thought that the truth would set Abyss free, but all it's done is set him off.
You gotta wonder of a lifetime!
Wait a minute, James Mitchell!
Oh, look at James Mitchell! What's he doing?
What's this?
What? Fire in the face!
He threw a fireball right in the face of Sting! It went right in his eyes!
Sting is on fire right there, screaming, "This is unreal!"
And we are back outside the impact zone. Ladies and gentlemen, there you see the ambulance, the EMTs, they have attended to Sting. We have no idea how badly burned Sting is.
I mean, look at this beating that Sting's taking from the man that he referred to as Chris Park. You see him go through tables, walls, and then this fireball right here that obviously burned him bad.
We have a camera crew following this situation to check on the condition of Sting. God, Don, I can't believe what we've just seen and heard.
I mean, think about what Sting said that the Monster Abyss did. That he put 3 bullets in the back of his father. He obviously intended to kill him, and somehow he survived this coma, but we got to get more information. This is just sickening.
I have never seen Sting take that kind of punishment. And I tell you what, Sting, he'll never be the same physically, and Abyss, he will never be the same mentally.
Thank you very much, guys. It has been a disturbing night on several levels.
Disturbing? That's the understatement of the century. That was out of the blue, man. I never saw that coming, did you? I never saw that coming. I mean, the blood, the guts, the carnage, the bullets, the father, the smoke, the fire. Finally, this thing's on fire. Get it? And through it all, JB, who's still the star of the show? And you better say it with some bounce, Seacrest.
Christian Cage.
Christian Cage, exactamundo. Hey, you, numbnuts. You better radio that ambulance that Sting's in. Tell it to spin around, because they're going to need to pick up Christopher Daniels when I'm done with him tonight. And Tomko, you got that second hint ready for Kurt Angle?
Yeah, I've got it, and he'll get it.
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your feature contest, a non-title match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the City of Angels, he is the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
After the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, lost the X Division title at Final Resolution, these were his comments.
For 4 years, I've called myself the shining light of the X Division because I did everything I needed to do to be the best. I'm an ex-champion with a sore neck. You know, maybe it's time for me to decide whose best interests I need to be serving.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, he is accompanied to the ring by Tomko. From Tampa, Florida, by way of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, NWA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Christian Cage.
We will do our best to focus on calling this Impact main event, a non-title matchup between the new NWA World Heavyweight Champion Christian Cage and Christopher Daniels. But as you just saw, even Christian, in his own sick way, had to react to what we all just witnessed. Sting, trying to help Abyss free himself from his past, ends up paying the price. It is just disturbing.
You know, the whole time I've been trying to think, how bad could this secret be? And in your mind, you think of so many things, but then when you hear it, shooting your father 3 times in the back, leaving him for dead, it's beyond what I ever imagined, Mike. And that whole situation with Sting sacrificing himself, just an evening I'll never forget.
And Don, while we know the facts from the public record, what we don't have any idea about is why. Why would Abyss shoot his own father in the back?
You have to think there was a reason. You hope there was a good reason of some sort, but you know, you can't think of anything right now. And like you said, we'll try to figure this out as we're seeing the world champion in the ring for the first time since Final Resolution. And Christopher Daniels, how about him? It seems like a man who's trying to find himself right there, Mike. I mean, he's questioning, you know, what it is he should do, who he should follow right now.
I think he's questioning his place in the X Division and his place in TNA after losing the X Division title. Off the knife edge chop, Christian shot off into the corner, able to get the elbow up, then comes charging at Daniels, who takes him up and powers him down with the slam.
You know, Mike, as disturbing as this night's been, there's other questions that are on my mind. And one of those questions is we see the pin attempt, is the consultant that Christian Cage has been talking about. You got to wonder, is he even in this building this evening? I mean, who can it be, and what is the hint that he's going to give?
You're right, Don. Is the consultant here? Is this a setup by Christian Cage? Oh, as we see, Tomko use the World's Heavyweight title belt to nail Daniels from outside.
Oh, what a shot Daniels hit right there on the ring apron and on the floor. Christian Cage now walking over, realizing, and obviously knowing the referee didn't see anything, and Christian Cage, oh, wait a minute. Here comes Samoa Joe, and he's got a chair in his hand.
Samoa Joe, you're right, making his way down the ramp with the chair. Is Samoa Joe going to get involved in this matchup? Referee Earl Hebner going to try and hold him off.
I'm trying to read Christian Cage's expression as he looks at him right there and wondering, oh, there you see a grin. It's almost, I wonder if he knew that he was going to come down.
Is there any way that we can get Jeremy Borash out to ringside to find out what's in the mind of Samoa Joe? What's going on here? When we return, more of Christian Cage and Christopher Daniels, and why is Samoa Joe at ringside? And we return to Impact and our main event, Christian Cage against Christopher Daniels. Jeremy Borash has a microphone. He's coming down the ramp. JB, find out why Samoa Joe is out here. What are you doing?
Quite simply, Borash, I'm proving a point to my good friend Kurt Angle.
Good friend Kurt Angle. I mean, it's obvious to me, Mike. It just seems that Joe is screwing with Kurt Angle's head right there.
I mean, I heard Samoa Joe say that he wants to prove a point to Kurt Angle. He wants Angle and Christian Cage to be a fair match and against all odds so that Samoa Joe can face Kurt Angle for the NWA title. But, then it's also possible that Samoa Joe is Christian's consultant.
Basically, what you're saying is if you take Christian Cage at his word, Joe's not involved. If you take Joe at his word, he wants to see a fair matchup because he believes that Angle will win that match. And you really wonder if you can believe anybody at this point. And then with everything else we've seen tonight, I don't know what to think about anything.
Remember what Christian Cage told Kurt Angle. He said the consultant thinks like you. He wrestles like you. He's intense like you, and he can't stand you. And I know that all of those hints describe Samoa Joe.
Well, and Samoa Joe's sitting right there, and he mentioned that he's closer than you think, and we've wondered, is he in the building? Is he here? And the whole time, basically right in front of Angle's face. And wow, quick roll-up ready by Daniels.
Daniels blocks 2 suplex attempts by Christian, goes for the pin, gets only a 2 count, and then gets dropped with a clothesline for his trouble.
I mean, Christian Cage so strong mentally as he plays the mind game. Wait a minute. You see Tomko jumping up to the apron, and there you see Samoa Joe stand up and go right over there. Tomko with the hands up like, hey, I don't want no part of this. This is... I can't read this, Mike.
I mean, Samoa Joe is here to watch what's going on in this match, just like he's going to be at Against All Odds when he's the unofficial guest ring enforcer for Kurt Angle and Christian Cage for the NWA title.
Well, you saw Christian Cage just paintbrushing Daniels, and then Daniels able to come back, get the momentum back going his way right here.
Quick reminder, Impact returns to its regular time and day next week, Thursday at 9 Eastern. And look at Daniels with a series of right hands, rocks the NWA champ.
No, it's nice to see Christopher Daniels. Oh, it's a fire nice drop kick.
He's surprised in that time. He's got him on the defensive. Follows up the drop kick with a knee to the chest. Gonna take him up to his shoulders and no DVD. Death Valley driver. In, 2, and no.
Just in time, Christian Cage gets the shoulder up right there, and you see Samoa Joe looking on intently, and you wonder what's going through his mind as Christopher Daniels trying to get going here and able to counter it is Christian Cage.
You're right, cut off by Christian Cage. Series of shots to the side of the head by Daniels. Springs back off the middle rope, right into the pin. And here's 2, no.
You know what? Everything was going Christian Cage's way until Tomko got on the ring apron, and then Samoa Joe, you see him just slam him right down on his back. When Samoa Joe got up, it's like he's taking Cage off his game. BME misses but lands on his feet.
Best moonsault ever attempt. Christian, you're right, able to avoid the contact, but then from the corner mount, Daniels firing down those shots. Oh, he just dropped him right down on the back of his head. Used the ropes for a pin attempt, but still only 2.
Oh, Christopher Daniels just barely got the shoulder up as we saw Christian Cage trying to take the shortcut. But obviously, it's got Christian Cage back on his feet as you see Tomko cheering him on and Samoa Joe staring intently.
Christian gonna set him up here for the unprettier. Quick reversal and counter by Daniels. Cage lands on his feet, and he's powered down to the mat, and the submission clutch applied.
Oh, Tomko gets in and out. You see Joe get in as he's not going to allow Tomko to interfere. The referee Earl Hebner trying to break think these two up.
Oh, they're face to face, and look at Tomko back down because of Joe.
Well, you see, Daniels now upset as he realized he had Christian Cage submitting, but the referee, low kick right to the groin.
Oh, the cheap shot by the NWA World's Heavyweight Champ leads to the Unprettier.
And he hit it perfectly.
No.
No chance here for Daniels.
No
way.
The 3 count.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Christian Cage.
Christian Cage gains the victory using the low blow to set up the Unprettier and then gets the 3 count on Christopher Daniels, and Joe can't take it any longer.
Now Joe comes in and you can see Tomko and Cage clear out of the ring. They did what they intended to do. Tomko was able to distract the ref using Joe. Now look at this. Christian Cage. Oh, is that obvious or what?
Picking up the towel of Samoa Joe and putting it around his neck and then giving Samoa Joe the thumbs up.
Oh,
what must be going through Kurt Angle? I was just going to say, what must be going through Kurt Angle's mind? And here comes Angle to the ring.
Kurt Angle spins Joe around, and think about it. Joe's got the belt in his hand. Kurt Angle, he doesn't know what to believe as he's pointing at Christian Cage wanting some answers.
I mean, Don, you mentioned it. It's too obvious, or is it? You can't trust Christian Cage. 2 hits revealed, and we're no better off.
Well, he better stop worrying about the hits and get focused on winning the one championship he's never won, the NWA World Championship, and I think he can do it.
Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now. Adrenaline rush now.